Hey guys, welcome to this video. I just did a kiss video, a kiss keep it simple star seeds video about the Ho'oponopono prayer. So I'm just leaving that up for now because of the energy around the words. I invite you to go back and watch that. I'm calling it the Ho'oponopono Challenge, or we can call it the Ho'oponopono Compassionate Action Challenge. And I'm encouraging everybody to Ho'oponopono everybody, but specifically people in our political sector, we can call it, and just to kind of see what happens. It's a little bit of a social experiment, and I'm excited about it. So I encourage you to go back and watch that. And from this, now I'm going to go into a little light language and see what comes through. I just want to kind of back up and talk about the energies I've been feeling. Lots going on again with the sun today. A little shift in a timeline. I felt like gravity kind of just went out from underneath me again. I'm kind of starting to get used to that. Felt like something was going on with my right ear most of the day, and it just felt like something just kind of totally opened within my body. I'm sharing this because a lot of you guys going through ascension symptoms, you're not alone. That's why I started doing these videos in the first place. And, yeah, also saw some strange things in the sky. A friend of mine whom I work with also had, power animals have been coming through. So let me just back up for a moment and say thank you for tuning in. For those of you who haven't watched these videos before, welcome. Welcome back if you have. And, again, my intention with all of these videos is to assist in raising the frequency and the vibration of all, raising the awareness around ascension symptoms, and just kind of sharing, ascension is expansion. Expansion is growth. Growth is evolution, right? Change. And essentially what we're doing with this, in this ascension journey, is remembering, waking up, and becoming more of who we really are, and letting go of what we really aren't. Letting go of some of our perceived barriers, so to speak. So I'm going to share a little bit of that. So some of the animals that have been coming through, because I haven't done a power animal card reading in a while, and I've just been guided to do more light language because that's what's more needed right now. So I will share briefly the animals that I've been seeing, not from pulling cards. Well, I did pull one card this week, so I'll share that with you. Have been associated in my dreams as well as synchronicities. So I'll start with that and then I'll go into a little light language. The animals were hawk. Hawk has been coming up quite frequently. Not only have I been seeing hawks everywhere, but I've had other people that have been seeing them and even bringing them into my awareness, which is synchronicity. Hawks are the bringers of messengers, or excuse me, the bringer of messages. We are receiving messages from the universe. It's a symbol for me to listen, to pay attention. In addition to that, they are of the air, right, as well as earth. And if you are an osprey, of course, an osprey lover, they're also part of the water. So I see them as drawing together elements of earth and air. Air and ether have been coming up a lot, and so has water. Not to say that fire isn't important as well, because we have a lot going on with the sun and kundalini activation and whatnot. The other animals I've been seeing are cats, all forms of cat, particularly cougar and mountain lion for myself, which to me represents taking leadership in the divine feminine aspect and stepping into my power rather than waiting in the sidelines, being independent about it. And I see that as being relevant for a lot of light workers out there. A lot of people are waking up to their innate abilities, what they want to be doing, what they don't want to be doing. And the guidance system is step into that role. Be independent. Branch out and do what you feel guided to do, because you are receiving messages from the universe about where you're supposed to go. The last animal that I wanted to share that I've been getting a lot of references to is horses. Horses represent power and freedom. And so we are being empowered. We are empowering one another. That's why I shared the Ho'oponopono prayer. That's an empowering energy. And to recognize where our power is coming from, connecting to source energy, and enabling us to basically use that for the good of everyone, right? Or in service to others, okay? In service to others, we then activate our power and our potential. So those are the animals: horse, hawk, mountain lion or puma, as well as, I don't know why grizzly bear just popped into my head, but that'd be a whole other, maybe that's next week. But obviously, I'm going to go into some light language now. So without further ado, I invite you to close your eyes. I'll see what comes through. It may be some messages as well, being that I just went on about those animals. So some toning will want to come through too. Okay, so I'm being guided. This is going to be a free, I can tell this is going to be kind of a free, my brain is a little funny today. I told you about those activations, those ascension symptoms I was having. A little bit off center today, and that's okay. So I'm going to draw something. I'm being guided to share this with you guys. So this is going to be a little bit of a free flow, which I haven't done in a while. Those of you who just want the light language, this isn't going to be that kind of video, I can tell, so you might want to just fast forward. For those of you who like to learn kind of how this information comes through, then this is for you, probably. So what I saw in a meditation, seeing a lot with shapes and geometries. And so the reason I'm sharing this with you guys as the light language is an activation or a way of activating the memories and DNA within your body. And you guys, this is coming through in flow right now. So in flow essentially is my higher guidance system, me. Right? We all have access to it, and that's kind of why I'm sharing this with you, is to show you guys how you can access it. You might already be doing that, not realizing it. So I saw in my meditation a worm. Okay. Caterpillar, actually. You guys, this is a metaphor, so I'm going to say it, and then I'm going to draw the shape. I saw a caterpillar, and then I saw the caterpillar turn inside out and form into a cocoon, which is also the shape of a butterfly or a torus field if you think about it, right? This is a torus. Okay, so I saw it turn inside out, and then I saw it turn into going through some type of portal. I saw it turning into a butterfly, I saw it in a cocoon as well. So the caterpillar turned itself inside out, and then it cocooned itself inside of this space, is what I was seeing. So we'll call this the space, the cocoon. Okay. Then I saw it change into a butterfly. But what I saw was a specific shape. And so I'll draw the butterfly, but it was a geometric shape. Excuse me. So it was an 8, the infinity sign. But it was also a Vesica Pisces. Then I saw this be a cross. And then from here was the butterfly. So this is the butterfly that I was seeing. I'll draw it a little bit bigger. And it was more like, let's see, a butterfly goes like this. But I saw it more like, sorry guys, bear with me. Terrible at drawing sacred geometry, right? Okay. So then if you put that together, then I saw that turn and morph into this, so to speak. No, I didn't. Just kidding. Thank you for your patience. I saw it like a kite. So we've got the Vesica Pisces here, which then brought me to this. I don't know if anybody's noticed yet, but art is obviously not something that I've really ever dabbled in. So this is what I saw. So I don't really know yet what this means. Maybe somebody out there watching does. you can share that. But I'm going to go into a little flow right now and see what comes up, and I might just use this for my blog. I don't know. I will share with you a few things that this meant for me. And usually I find that this is multi-layered and multi-dimensional. So I saw that as what does this represent on a linear level? Well, a caterpillar goes through its metamorphosis, then it goes into its cocoon, it hibernates, and it redevelops, and then is rebirthed. So it essentially is rebirthed into a butterfly. When a caterpillar is rebirthed into a butterfly, it actually has its memories intact from when it was a caterpillar. In addition to that, so that's the linear perspective. But I see this as a raising of awareness. I see this as many activations. I saw the caterpillar more of a space and time, like a wormhole. So I saw this also as a wormhole. And then I saw it going through this cocoon, okay, we'll say going into this space, this torus field or this particular spin, perhaps you might want to think of a black hole. And then it came out the other end. So when it morphed, let's say it folded in on itself, it was represented more like a toroidal field, but more importantly, a toroidal donut, I think is what it's called, a strange loop. And you guys can look this up. This is a free flow, so I'm not going to go into everything. A strange loop. And as it morphed in on itself, then it came out in a different expression, okay? And it expressed itself in this shape. I also saw this as being in another parallel reality. So that's what I saw has been going on for us in the past. So we could see it as going through a wormhole into a stargate, which is some sort of cocoon of energy that then pushes us through to become a butterfly. But this was kind of the shape of the new, I don't want to call it universe, but we'll call it that because I don't know what else to call it. Now I also saw these as other shapes, right? This is also you know, a symbol, another version of this. So we'll say this, then goes into that. You get my point, I think. Boy, that's really... One of these days, okay. There we go, Carrie. I think I got it. Okay. So, and I saw lots of those. So it was like we were going through all these different spaces, and then this forms a matrix, if you will. I don't think that's really the right shape, but I guess that could be a cube. But this is more of the shape that I saw. This was just the butterfly, and then I kind of saw this. So this going in, so it's like almost like we're traveling into a different lattice field, and I'm going to go into flow. So here we go. So you can take a deep breath and breathing in and out. And these are just healing frequencies, messages, just kind of talking about what's going on. And so within these patterns is a field. I'm having reference to a baseball field, which is a diamond, which is what this is. And these diamond frequencies and energies are fractals of the whole. There are many different variations and versions encompassing in the gravity, play on words. So I also see these as butterflies. So pretend that's a butterfly, and this is a net. Okay, so let's say this is the butterfly, and so it's different pieces, and these butterflies are going and they're landing in these webs, and then they vibrate in that web. You know, like a butterfly gets caught in a spider web, and it vibrates, and then it lights up that whole web. These tashtianak uk utus tostias tashtianak utros tostis tashtiat ak. These tashtianak ukustos tias tashtianak utustos ti anak ukua ak anak it tashtianak ak anak ukua. I had reference, guys, too, of the ankh, and it sounds like I'm saying that, and sometimes, and I'm sure it's a vibrational match for some things. Oh, yeah. So I'm being guided to Anchor. So I did a video. You guys, I'm kind of in flow right now. So this is my bubble charts. This is what I do when I'm getting downloads, we'll call it. Uploads, whatever you want to call it. And sometimes you guys might be getting these and not even realize it. That's why it's so important to keep a journal. Welcome to my bubble chart journal. As we project ourselves through these fields into these new spheres of realities, our galactic counterparts have easier access into our sphere of reality. I'm hearing jumping grids. The field of potential holds a much higher caliber. When I hear caliber, not only do I think of caliber as in, level, but I also think of it as a gun, which to me is a certain type of, so if it's a certain caliber, it's a certain frequency. And it's also faster. It's a different size. As we attune, our bodies attune. And we are no longer necessarily able to tune into the old radio stations. So how many times have we gone from one city into another city and our favorites that we've saved on our radio stations no longer work? And that is essentially what is happening. And as these gemstones are activated, as we move through these portals of frequency, these activations occur all over the earth, excuse me, within the human potential, energy fields, as well as Ethernet, strapping into the stratosphere. I'm seeing reference to the Las Vegas. There is a ride on top of the stratosphere, which is a casino, and it's really high, and it just shoots you straight up or spins you around. And I'm being reminded to share with you guys, Spirit communicates with you in all ways. So, okay. So it communicates with you in the sense of what you know as your form of communication. I'm going to close the door real quick. Excuse me. So this will be a two-part video, but I had to go with this because, so, As you move through the stratosphere and as you move into new recalibrations, these are allowing you to access new patterns within a grid system. Within this grid system, there is a field of potential. I see people reaching into this field of potential and extracting the gems from it. And I'm hearing miners for a heart of gold. And I'm also having reference to Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. So these are all, this is probably going to be for my blog, I can tell, or journal. But I'm going to keep going anyways because I might decide to post this. So if we think of, and this takes us into many different films, so to speak. Okay, so I just posted something about our life being in films. So if we go into Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, it reminds me of chakras, and it also reminds me of galactic portals that are associated with the emerald, the ruby, the amethyst, the sapphire. Magenta Pixie talks about this, and this is something I'm still coming into an understanding of. But this is something I've seen in my meditations. Star Sapphire was the biggest one for me. But I'm also having references to Heart of Gold. So again, it's all about coming from here, and it's also activations in the heart. So there might be some heart palpitations associated with this. You are remembering where you came from, the open source energy codex that you are. Where you are located within your mapping system is determined by where you are feeling from. Will the new codes be accessible for you? Yes. However, realize that within your own portal, your own transmission, your own, I'm seeing it like a car that runs on, that you need the transmission to run. Also by what transmissions you are putting out into the, into the ozone layer, into the ether sphere, and also into just your own transmission. Your charge. So it's based on how charged up you are, how much you're in the heart, and essentially what are you running on fumes? Are you projecting out into the world fumes? So it's all about your vibration. And as your galactic brothers and sisters reach out to assist you, their arms extend, and this is all a linear visualization, only to a certain point, so to speak. And I'm seeing that as a certain point on a map. So you have to meet them halfway, so to speak. So they might be waiting for you, let's say, in a particular place on a map. But if you aren't working to get there and you're not allowing, your transmission is broken, so to speak, then you won't see that they're there for you. Heed to the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have done. Not undone. For this is the golden age, and you are the children of the golden age, the galactic wave, the galactic federation of love light. The ancestors have waited for you, and you are the ancestors. Therefore, you are waiting for you. Be the light you came here to be. Be the ancestors that you seek, that you speak of, that you transmit through, that you transmit from. I see the golden heart field. I see the golden heart Taurus field. And that is what's taking you. So visualize your heart like a Taurus field. Okay, so visualize the Kundalini as the wormhole, so to speak. The snake going up the spine, the energy, the prana. Visualize that going up, and from that, it's like the what are those pinball machines? Ding, 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 lights up the heart. Then that moves up out through here, the space, the crown of the head, lights up the whole field around you and sends out this frequency, which then triggers all of the activations out into the matrix field around you, which then shoots you or slingshots you. It kind of, what I'm seeing is it puts you into a golden field, this golden sphere of energy. Just like the magnetic field around the earth is a Taurus field and it protects it, so to speak, from incoming waves. You are in this space the more you are coming from a space of love, hence why now I'm seeing why I was guided to do the last video on the Ho'oponopono prayer and the Kiss Keep It Simple star seeds. This will then put you into that toroidal donut field of bringing everything in. Guys, you can look up that. There's somebody I'll have to share with you guys on that. I'll have to find his link. And then that projects you into this beautiful butterfly of space, flying through into your higher vibrational field of Christed energies, higher timelines, you know, so I'm going to end on that note. And thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to write this up in a blog. I'm also going to post this video. And I'm going to call this video number 1 of the energies we're feeling. I'm not sure that I'm going to call it that, but we're going to call this video number 1. And so maybe I'll call it the caterpillar video or something. So thank you so much. Again, this is just how I work. Obviously, there's a little light language in it. I'll do more just light language videos next, but it's important to kind of share with you what I'm seeing as far as symbols go, because there's another video I did with all of this anchoring, and now I'm seeing this all tying together. So I'll have to go back and do a little research on that. There are people out there that will find this video that will resonate with this, and there are others that won't. They'll think I just want the light language. But these visuals will lead them, maybe by doing the research, you might watch this and go, and it might lead you to a connection through a sacred geometry video or whatever. And that's what I'm here to do, is kind of connect the dots, so to speak. So thank you so much. Until the next video, namaste.